Well, Pez, we called it. This game is done. This one is in the can. Lock it up. They have to go through the arbitrary, running through the motions to get through days 3.
England's in palliative care.
I might sell my day 4 tickets that I had. Wouldn't make it anyway during the hotel quarantine. Or is there a quarantine? I don't know. Get those crowds back in. Get those crowds back in. Make some noise, people. Let me run through some scores. Ian Higgins here. Sam Perry over there. Day 2. You got, whatever.
Could have been day 1.
Yeah. Yeah. India, 250 million too many in front. England all out 134. Ashwin, spitting cobras. 5, you know the drill. This game's done. Any thoughts on the day as a whole?
Yeah. England's batting crumbled in the Chennai dust as India moved on course for an emphatic win in the second test. Great explainer. Ragged a bit.
Oh, it ragged a bit.
3 things, here goes.
Please.
3 things emanating from the snake pit of Chennai, where there's now discussions over, dog whistle discussions.
That'll be in the third test, actually putting a snake pit in.
Who owns cricket, Who owns cricket, really? That's the social media war going on at the moment.
Yeah.
3 things. Firstly, here goes the pitch. Now, let me open this up for you.
Please.
A lot of discussion about the pitch. Mm-hmm. Is it fair? Mm-hmm. I'd like to start by saying there's a couple of things that are pretty certain in life.
Please.
Death, taxes, and fucking Indian raggers when they're 1-0 down.
Couple of ragdolls.
Now, England had few answers to the bite, fizz, and spin of Ashwin et al.
Yes.
Kuldeep, come on the 34th over, whatever. He bowls wrist spin.
Et al. Again is going to play in the third test.
Not to be confused with Samuel Eto'o. Akshar Patel takes Joe Root's wicket. Now, Indian have few answers. Why? He goes, and there can only be 2 reasons, and they have to be binary.
That's right.
Why do they have no answers? Mm-hmm. Did they lack the skill? Or was the wicket politically, culturally, spiritually, and economically a manifest disgrace and fundamentally unfair? Wow.
Pez, often we like to pose the question, why is this happening to me? And there was a whole island of people consuming the match on the internet thinking, why is this happening to me? I'm not at the game, but this thing is happening before my eyes and it's happening to me. Now, let's get this right, Pez. Rohit Sharma has won the game single-handedly. You called it yesterday. That game was done at lunch. It's all over. No England batsman can do what he did. The wicket, if at any time it was good to bat, although it wasn't, that was the best time. New ball, hit some runs. What was he, 80 off 78 of lunch, something like that. Ashwin, absolutely incredible. What a bowler. Fucking flicking them down there. No one knows which way it's spinning, how much it's spinning. The umpires don't even know if someone's playing a shot. Axar bowled well. India took great catches. But you can't say that this pitch ain't funny, because it's fucking funny. This pitch is absolutely dog shit, and like anyone who's defending the wicket has insecurity issues, and you need to reflect on that personally. It's not going it's not spinning from the footmarks. It's going through the top of the surface. Blokes are getting international cricketers are getting hit in the head from sweep shots from like full pitch deliveries, and people are like, it's a good ball. Is it? International players miss the ball by like 1.5 feet because it's hitting them in the head sweeping. The pitch is shit, and that's fine. And here's the best thing about it, Pez. We knew this was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. This is what happens. Ashwin said in his presser last night, it's actually harder to face swing bowling at 150 than this spinners 185. Is it, mate? I'm not sure about that. Though, I don't know who's right or who's wrong. I'm just saying you can't not say that India have dominated the game. They've executed the best skills. They've been the best team in this game. But also, this pitch is fucking funny.
Well,
I rest my case.
We're about to disagree.
Okay.
And is that okay between 2 men?
Well,
because my stomach is swirling around. I'm like, oh, God, I'm a bloke who's about to disagree with another man. Can we do it?
Let's face different cameras now.
Because, and I will not look at you in the eye.
Yeah, of course, as is your want.
Why was India able to hit 329? Why they won for 54 for 1, whatever they are. Mm-hmm. Australia's gone through this before in India.
Yeah.
I'm a rich tapestry of Test cricket guy. There had to be a shootout in the Indian series. There's always got to be a ragger.
Always.
It's part of life.
Yes.
Okay? Australia's been dealing with this for a long time. Mm-hmm. You know what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. It's not India's fault that England takes over a couple of spinners one of whom is serviceable in Jack Leach. Another one is something in between a bit part and a full-time spinner in Moeen Ali. Hench boy's out. Bess, bowling fucking
He's
full
on the
bangers.
bench. He's on chest and back.
This is what contextualises the Gabba. For India serve up these wickets that we do not prepare for.
Yeah.
We're trying to roll out Indian wickets up at Brisbane or something to
at the academy.
Yeah, to replicate it.
Oh,
but
if we make it orange, that'll be
not
the
very
same
well.
thing. Nah.
The Anglosphere just doesn't know how to play spin. We don't develop spinners. We don't develop batters, therefore, who know how to play spin. And then when we get raggers, where the ball is very, very difficult to play, we go with our hard hands and our penchant for wanting to lean on the ball. We go, not fair. It's bullshit.
I can't drive on the up on this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They come over here.
Yeah.
I'm not making the Gabba and Chennai equivalent because the Gabba actually, it wasn't too bad. But Perth is a similar-ish kind of thing.
Yeah.
Indians aren't used to the ball going through the waist.
No.
But they've worked out a way.
Yeah.
They've worked out a way.
Right.
And we go through this as Australians. Like, we've done this a few times. It's 7 stages of grieving. England are stuck at stage 1, anger and denial, bargaining.
Yeah, sure.
Bargaining for a poor pitch rating
Yeah.
from the ICC.
Yeah.
That'll stop it.
Oh.
Got to get to acceptance. They've got to find out a way. You got to find a way to beat these guys on these wickets. And yes, the toss is meaningful, but you can't tell me that if England had won the toss, India wouldn't have restricted them to 220 or something like that.
No.
They would have found a way.
Do you want to get onto the toss?
Yeah, let's go toss.
So, I think that the toss was more important than the first test.
Yeah.
Because I think this is a game. Sometimes you go to India, Pez, as you know, when we play Test match cricket over there.
Yes.
Don't look that up. Just trust us. Sometimes you go over there and just some games you can't win, and you can't win from round about the 3rd or 4th delivery of the Test match. And you're like, okay, well, let's just go through the motions here. We'll sign some checks.
Why is that though? Why is that? Why can't we win? I mean, they come here and they can win.
Well, so here, in like 2012, I think it was 2012, England won in India. Is that right? 2012.
Yeah.
Panesar and
Swan.
So they made raggers in that series, and then a couple of world class spinners, and then the game was too much of a lottery. So that's why I caveated at the top with everything. India have played the better cricket, no doubt about it. They've bowled better. Leach is a serviceable bowler, but he's still a little bit inconsistent. Moeen Ali takes 4 for 800 in the first innings. That's
They're pumping him.
they're pumping him. Best would have done. I think it's actually a smart decision in hindsight to just fucking leave.
His career will be over.
Just let Don Best get on shoulders today, and let him come back maybe at the Gabba, maybe for a away Ashes series. But in that series, I think the consensus was afterwards that it was the pitches were too much of a lottery. That if the opposition has a couple of world class spinners, it's too much of a lottery as to how to beat them. So they started preparing slightly flatter pitches. I believe that to be the case. But in this instance, I don't think the toss has decided the game because England don't have the players, they don't have the arsenal, they don't have the attack to win on these wickets. So now I'm thinking why the fuck would India prepare anything other than this? Because part of the reason they won the first test was Jimmy Anderson, of course, in the 4th innings of that game, bowled Rahane, Shub McGill. Reverse swing was a key factor in the game, right? Well, that's England's strength. Why would you play to England's strength?
Yeah, I mean, I even
none of that's funny.
I probably reject the lottery prism as well. It seems a lottery. I mean, it's just a team playing to home conditions, like we all do as well. You know?
Yeah, but when they do it, it's a bit unfair.
Exactly. I just think sometimes with these things, you got to look at who's getting annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And I look at Vaughan, Mark Warren to a lesser extent, and Jonathan Agnew, who said, you may as well play on a beach because this pitch is not good enough. Not good enough for our skills to succeed in.
Yeah, but he stopped it short.
Michael Atherton, he says, reality bites as have Indian spinners. Pant, Ashwin and folks outstanding today. Pitch very tricky, but worth repeating the point made yesterday. It's been very tricky from the start. Toss, not decisive. I just think the sooner, if you look at you got to zoom out from these things. You look at world cricket, you look at the power that India has. This ain't changing anytime soon. Now, I'd start to get annoyed at these pitches if the 4th test is like this as well. If it's an absolute joke and they roll this out every single time, then it's kind of like, we better learn how to play some spin. But this is where you end up getting to. You just have to go, well, what, don't get mad, get even. Get mad because it's funny on social media. Obviously, we'll do that.
Yeah.
But I think the characterization of it as being look, manifestly unfair. I think you've got to come around to the point of how do you actually beat them. And they found a way to come over here and do it the way we do it. You know, you're not going to find Joe Root saying like, "Wait till we get you at Edgbaston." Ash,
Well,
because they're going to find a way to do that.
Let's see what
He's got to work out a way to win. But yeah, Edgbaston won't be flat. And this is the third one. He goes, yeah, where to for England from here? Yep. So, you know, what do they do? Do they just cross their fingers that the other pitchers aren't like this? I mean, is there a way back in it for that? Like, I'm talking about the rest of the series. This game's gone.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully they come out the morning.
And when I say this game's gone, I don't mean game's gone.
No,
the game's gone.
That's everything.
VAR. I don't mean VAR. Game's gone.
I mean that is a separate conversation on one of our podcasts, including Samuel Eto'o this week actually. I like the idea that we can now talk about, well, if they just tie them down in the morning, they can maybe chase 330, 340, you know, on day 4. Maybe the pitch is going to get better to bat on. I don't know. I think if going into the third test match in Ahmedabad, which is the day-night test match, if England had said it's going to be one, if you'd said it's going to be 1-1 to England, they'd be licking their chops.
Licking their chops after having already eaten your arm that they've bitten off.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly.
To use those wonderfully crass Australian metaphors, yeah. I'll bite your arm off and I'll keep licking me chops. Okay, mate.
Mate, just tell me if you take the score. Yeah. Don't fucking eat me.
I'll tell you how excited I am about that. I'll eat your arm. What?
Someone asked, there was an RCDC yesterday in yesterday's show. Drop a comment below for an RCDC. Yep. Someone asked if we should drop a glossary of comments, like a TGC, basically language. And
I don't
know if I've got time.
Exactly.
I don't know if I've got time. Where to from here? Now, I think Archer's missed the game because he had a bug during the week.
Elbow, I think.
Elbow? Yeah. Oh, I've got mixed reports then. Anderson will presumably come back in. And then I think they'll probably play one of Broad. I think Curran is back.
Ollie Stone's played very well in this game, but they reckon it's probably just one test for him.
One test, yeah, okay. Good game to get. I reckon Broad's played this test match very much in a thanks for coming manner.
Yeah.
And he's got another test cap.
Yeah.
He ain't doing shit for the rest of this game, yeah. Good sweep shot when he got bowled for one. Yeah, and where to from here? Look, I think they've played honourable, good cricket so far. They need something to go with Root with the batting, right? Because I think Dobbs Simbley's had a really good Test series so far. Even I think he got 20, or he did a decent job with the spin in the first innings of this game. He got 87 in the first Test match. I think he's done well. They need someone who can show promise of getting a 50. Don't get me wrong. I can watch Ollie Pope's 20s and 30s all day, and I will.
Yeah.
But they need someone who can go with him to score some more runs, because Root, statistically speaking, what he scored all these 50s in a row in India, statistically in the history of the game, that ain't going to keep happening. So someone's got to go with him. Is it the Stokes show? Do they keep Moeen Ali in for some subcontinental runs? Obviously, he plays well in the IPL as well. So I'm not sure. But I'd be surprised if Best comes back in, because I think they're probably going to try and swing him out. But what's the pitch going to do, Pez? Why would you make a seaming pitch?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. I don't really know. I don't know. When India dominates another team like this, it's so difficult to know where you go from there, other than to cross your fingers and hope that you get some luck with the conditions.
Oh, absolutely. And the toss.
Otherwise, it's just so clear that the skill of their spinners is so superior to the skill of England's bats, and vice versa with India's bats to England's spinners. So why India would introduce England back into the series with some favourable pace conditions, I don't know. They don't have a history of doing things like that. They've given them their little win. Have your little win. We're on the beach in Chennai. And now it's time for the India show, for India to remind us it is indeed the Asian century. It's not unfair for Australia and England anymore. We had our colonial successes. Well, Australia didn't.
No.
And
well, we have seen in the past in big series where, a team absolutely decimates one team and then everyone says it's going to be 4-0, and then things sort of turn around after that.
Yeah.
I can't think of when that was recently.
But I'm thinking about like India going over there. I'm thinking about Brexit flags on Twitter, and like I'm thinking about this in
Farage comes out.
It is, for like what India, you go out into the England wickets and fucking grass is 17 centimetres high as well. If I can have a go on this Virat, that kind of thing.
Blokes drinking tea in the grandstands.
Exactly.
Ooh.
India roll out like 17 blokes from the nets who are quicker than the England bowlers, swing up more than Anderson. The whole thing's going to be good.
And Lords.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
It's all going to be about your nationalism, protectionism. By the time they get to the fifth test at wherever that is, the Oval.
Yeah. It's going to be shirts versus skins.
And I'm here for it because Australia doesn't have to go through the stress of it.
It's going to be good to watch when we finish 4th in the World Test Championship.
Yeah, that's right. Ask TDCs, he goes.
Yeah,
just quickly. First one, just a hair question. Boys, is Michael Ash. He says, boys, If Moeen had more vectors in his beard, would he be able to bowl more tightly? Does he need to take some advice from Virat, the tightest man on the field? I'm enjoying these videos more than the actual test itself, to be honest, so fair play to you both. Connected question from Where's Your Mama? Hashtag RTDC, does spinners need to grow hair to stop getting smashed by Pant? He's smashing all the baldies, Lyon, Moeen and Leach. So there's a lot of salad-based questions. Have we introduced salad to the YouTube
We might have done.
viewers?
We might. No,
Salad.
not the term.
Salad meaning hair for some reason. Don't
Yeah.
understand why. Toss salad.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what they said in grade cricket in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Is there a connection between salads and success?
I love the idea that Rishabh Pant has got some childhood trauma where like a bald man wronged him once when he was 4 and he was like, I will get my redemption against you. Can never watch a Bruce Willis movie again. Didn't like Moby.
Bowling spin sends you bald. I'll give you the tip.
Yeah.
That's my answer. And finally, he goes from either Aka Skins or AKA Skins. Hashtag
He's also
RTGC.
known as Skins. Yeah.
Rohit didn't even raise his bat when walking off after 160. How many runs do you need to score for cricket to be good?
Yeah, well, that is, we're still figuring that out.
Yeah.
Because
That's a rhetorical question.
he and Kohli had very similar reactions to getting out. Disbelief, anger, hurt. Going through the 7 stages of denial again.
Yeah. I was...
Grief, rather.
Someone put it in the comments the other day, like, of course, when Rohit got out, he would have just said, I was a bit too paced out there. On the 160. I mean, I thought, like...
A little bit tacky.
When he was just standing there mid-wicket, big, thick boy. There's a lot of people jumped on that. And it's true. Big, thick boy, big, thick bat.
Big, thick boy, yeah.
Yeah. You know, as the wickets were tumbling around him on the dust bowl, could there have been a more smug, arms folded, speed dealers over the eyes, just chewing the gum? Not easy out here, boys. There's no better feeling in cricket than outscoring everybody, and I admit it did not happen too often for me, and standing there with your feet planted in the ground, just being out, not easy out here, only out the one side of the mouth.
You are the big dog on that field all of a sudden.
Make sure you enjoy it.
You are the big... Now, just before we go, I just want to highlight as well that like just when things started to turn... Now, day one, they had images of Chennai, Marina Beach there right next to the ground. Beautiful blues. Sam was on good, sunny day. All of a sudden, Ollie Pope's out there just trying to fucking guess which way he's spinning. It's dark, overcast. Kohli's got his speed deals on. So he's going...
Those drone shots ain't there anymore.
He's trying to get the crowd going. It's like, mate, they're 9 for 6. You don't need to get the crowd up so Axar can fucking spin one, maybe. Like, it's just, there's too much. It's all happening. It's all happening so quick. They gave us the first test match. They gave England the first test match. Anyhow, good luck to them. If you've enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. Please do drop a like below. If you want to ask TDC, drop it in the comments below. We'll be back tomorrow for reviewing day 3, the final day again of this test match, probably. Go well.